So it's certainly not Christmas if I don't make a few more of these little cute little rag trees. So my friend and I, we made a few of these and she made all of these garlands. Aren't they beautiful? I just put them up here because I needed a place to put these trees and I'm like, why not add the garland? I showed these last year and these were so popular, so I will go ahead and do a quick little tutorial on how to make the Christmas rag trees. This year, I changed a few up. I added some cute little bows to the top instead of doing a topper, and it is so much easier because then you don't have to look for a piece to put on the top. First, you need to pick the fabric, the color scheme that you're going to go with, and you can do as many as one color. You can do 2 colors. You can do 5 colors. That's up to you on what you want to do. Walmart has the little Waverly packs. You can get them in 1 yard and 2 yard, and those do rip very easily. You want to make sure that you're working with 100% cotton fabric. Also, when choosing your fabric, it's better to go with something that is double-sided. This here is a fabric that it has the print on one side, but then when you flip it over, it does not. So that is not the end of the world, but it does, when it lays on your tree, it's not always going to be laying on the side that you want. And believe me, choosing the fabric is the hardest part because next thing you know, you're going to come home and then you're going to be a lady like me that has a tub full of fabric and fabric strips. So this year, to make it a little bit easier, I got a pair of electric shears, which 100% this was so much easier. So I'm cutting them into 12-inch strips. They're about 12 inches by 1 inches. You can't mess this up. If you don't get a straight line, it's going to be fine. Just 12 inches by about 1 inch. Each tree took me about 75 to 80 strips of fabric, and I was using an 18-inch dowel. Once you have all your strips cut, you do want to go back through each individual strip and pull off any loose strings. And believe me, there will be a lot of loose strings. You could probably make a sweater out of all the loose strings that you're going to pull off of these things. So then you just want to select how many colors you're going to put on your tree. This one here that I'm doing, I am just doing the plaid and I'm doing the green. And I'm kind of doing a bunch of green and then I go in with a bunch of plaid and then back with the green and then plaid and so forth. So you want to make sure that all the strips go all the way up to the top. And then when you get to your final piece, just put a little bit of hot glue there and then tie your fabric on. But when you're tying it on, just go over the top first and then do your knot. That way it will secure all of the fabric strips on there. Last year, we used little toppers on them, which you can use, and I had some left over from last year. So this one here, if you're going to put a topper on it, you can just put a little bit of hot glue. What I'm using here, these are actually wooden doll heads that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I just made the hole a little bit bigger so that it would go over my dowel. So I'm just securing that with hot glue. And you can leave this one as is with your little topper, but I went in after and I tied a little red bow underneath that topper, and it's so cute. And there are so many things that you can use for the base. This here is actually a fence post that we cut into sections. This here is just a pot that I had that I spray painted in gold. So basically you just want something that a dowel will fit through the center of so that you can secure it. You can even go buy a plunger from the Dollar Tree and that will work as your dowel, and then you can find something to sit the bottom part in. These here are actually furniture feet, bun feet that I painted. I found those last year, so I'm always picking up odds and ends. And with the topper, you can use anything you want, or you can just tie a bow like I did on the other one. So there's no wrong or right way to make these, and you can have fun with them. These are great for a girls' night, if you want to get the kids together and make a tree. Lots of fun. This little star topper was from Hobby Lobby that I got last year. They had them this year, but also you can just take, and if you have a fun little festive napkin ring, this one here, I just slip the napkin ring over it and it just gives it a little bit extra. The last step once your tree is finished is to go back through and trim your pieces. You want to have shorter pieces at the top, so I just go in randomly and select pieces and I cut them on a diagonal until you get it looking the way that you want it to look. So if you get a chance to make these, I would love for you to share a photo and have fun.